The Department of Transportation puts numbers on tires so people can identify if one's expired or not. The problem is they put the number on the back of the tire. Sometimes law enforcement use ankle monitors to keep track of people while they're out on probation. They put it around their ankle like this, but all he had to do was cut it off. Those officers set out to stop crime in these woods, but the men they arrested tell me the officers committed more crimes than they did. She posted the video to her private Facebook page. She had no idea it would go viral. Atlanta drivers are being pulled over, and it's not for bad tread on their tires or a headlight being out. They say they're being pulled over for the type of car they're driving. North Carolina, Georgia, and federal officials say Operation Something Brewing was a success. But after operation details started to surface, those so-called poachers started asking who the real criminals were.
That's all me and my son is guilty of, is trying to help somebody.
Walt Stansel and his son Cale said they were just trying to help a good old boy bag his first bear.
I was proud for the guy that he got to get him a bear.
A man who said his name is Chad Ryan had been hunting with the Stansels and their friend Jerry Parker for days with no luck.
I mean, he seemed like he'd like to kill one real bad.
Walt invited Chad to come to his property in Georgia to kill a problem bear.
What he did was illegal, and I knew that what he did was illegal.
They felt sorry for the unlucky hunter. Chad was alone in a wooded area with bait when he shot the bear.
Just helped him load it onto the truck, and that was about it. It was all of about less than 10 minutes.
Loading that bear became a federal offense known as the Lacey Act. And that bear hunter's name is really Chad Arnold, an undercover North Carolina game warden.
Our goal here was not to make thousands of charges and put hundreds of people in jail. Our goal was to investigate complaints that we'd heard for several years.
Those officers set out to stop crime in these woods, but the men they arrested tell me the officers committed more crimes than they did.
They killed all the bears that was involved with us. All we did was haul them around, feed them.
Jerry Parker is in the center of it all. Agents say he operated an illegal guide business in North Carolina.
If they hunting poachers, they sure didn't catch any.
In fact, Arnold illegally killed a 45-pound bear while he was undercover before coming to the Stansels land.
If an officer is in the performance of his duty and it's part of an investigation and he's not doing it for sport or joy, and I would say it is appropriate and legal.
The Stansels attorneys say they were roped into crimes they really didn't commit.
Well, it's kind of like summertime hog manure. The more you stir it, the more it stinks.
Georgia District Attorney Brian Rickman says arresting Georgians when officers are killing the bears just doesn't make a lot of sense.
This is not a case where I could go forward and tell the community I'm making it safer by putting these folks in prison.
He's not alone. North Carolina Congressman Mark Meadows has his doubts too.
The allegations were a very big concern to me.
He asked for a congressional investigation of the operation.
I have a problem with the person that's sworn in to be a conservation officer, and he's actually out destroying the animals.
Walt and Cale Stansel won't forget about the good old boy trying to get a bear.
And they'll be talking about Operation Something Brewing for many, many years.
This press release from the Georgia Department of Natural Resources says the operation involved about 80 violators. All those agencies say there's not a master list of these people, and we were only able to confirm 55 of the accused. Reporting from the newsroom, Terah Boyd, Channel 2 Action News. This is the last round of hearings before the corruption trial is set to begin, so a lot of things were discussed in court today. But one topic that got everybody very heated was whether a former prosecutor here would serve as a witness during the trial.
Let me finish my argument.
Not what is researching my character, sir.
Okay. Attorneys from both sides did more arguing with each other than about the facts in the case against ousted DeKalb CEO Burl Ellis.
To state lies about our office, Judge, if he's going to start on this, I am not going to sit here and take it.
The problem, whether a district attorney's former chief assistant can now be a defense witness. The prosecutor, who now works in Cobb County, alleges his former boss was after Ellis.
They are claiming that there's some sort of violation by Mr. Geary and by Ellis counsel for what Mr. Geary did, which is an honorable thing.
And that investigators broke the law while making secret recordings.
I'm about to lose patience with the both of you, okay? I have instructed you to get to your argument, and that's what I want to hear.
The judge just wrapped up court for today, but we'll be back at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. We may even get to hear some of those recordings prosecutors plan on using during the trial. Reporting from DeKalb County, Terah Boyd, Channel 2 Action News. A 15-year-old boy continued to spend time behind bars even after an officer here admitted that he lied on the stand. When we started asking why, that's when county officials started pointing fingers at each other. Antoine Wheeler is the first to admit that at 15, he was no stranger to crime.
Like when I was young, I used to steal and stuff because my mom and dad had enough money.
But he was convicted of a crime he says he didn't commit. A DeKalb County woman called police after noticing a strange vehicle parked outside of her home. Officer DeJuan Hudson responded and said Wheeler was behind the wheel.
When they showed me the car, I was looking like I ain't never seen that car in a day in my life.
But Wheeler says his run-in with Hudson happened streets away.
While I was handcuffed, one of the officers hit me in my stomach. And when I bent down, one of them hit me in my face.
The injured teen was arrested for auto theft. When the case was heard in front of a judge, Hudson was the only witness.
And I observed a grayish vehicle with it was occupied by Mr. Antoine Wheeler. At the time, he was in the driver's seat.
Hudson's account sent Wheeler to this youth detention center. Wheeler felt helpless. After hours of interrogation, Hudson came clean to internal affairs. He resigned, but Wheeler continued to sit behind bars.
I missed 2 birthdays, 2 Christmas, Thanksgiving, all the holiday, prom.
Well, it is hard to fathom, and it should not have happened.
DeKalb County Police say after their investigation, they told the district attorney's office about the lie.
I don't know what happened from that point.
The prosecutor in the case gave Channel 2 a statement that denied that information was ever shared with them. But for Wheeler, things are looking up. He's working on his GED, and some, like his attorney, are teaching him to trust again.
Made me feel good, like somebody helping me, like somebody there for me.
I talked to the district attorney, and he told me that he has a case against that officer right now, but those audio recordings, because of the rules, can't be used against him in court. Reporting from DeKalb County, Terah Boyd, Channel 2 Action News. A fourth whistleblower has now come forward alleging the state's Ethics Commission disrupted an investigation into Governor Nathan Deal's campaign spending. And now federal officials want to know more. John Hare, the former media specialist for the Ethics Committee, says Executive Secretary Holly LaBerge asked him to take documents about Governor Deal's spending off the public record. And in some cases, she asked him to alter them.
If I didn't say something about it, that is going to help change.
Now the feds want to know more. They've already contacted the current staff attorney, who was the first to come forward with allegations against the commission.
I noticed some irregularities.
Obertine says her boss's relationship with the governor caused tension at the commission and disrupted an official investigation.
Because she was meeting behind closed doors with the governor's people, and apparently everything that I did was meaningless.
According to Hare, LaBerge stepped in when the commission was getting too close to discovering Deal's fraudulent campaign spending.
I think that they had sufficient information and proof to move forward with an investigation on the governor, and they were ready to sign the subpoena.
Harris says he will continue to help with any investigation with the hope of fixing the committee.
There's too many people that look the other way in situations like this.
Holly LaBerge and the governor's office said that they will not comment on an ongoing investigation, but they did say that they're willing to cooperate with federal officials. Reporting from the Capitol, Terah Boyd, Channel 2 Action News.